sweet, kokombola. Diwe kaden, kokombola, kokombola. Honey, kokombola, kokombola. Inechi bagwire, sinakulu birire. Penyamaso, angelo, jiso maloto. Bakati kulimoti, dina kumadanako, kakelo koneka.
Hey guys, so I really hope that you enjoyed taking a peek into my shoe collection. Those are pretty much all of my shoes, and I know that it was a really fast video, but you can, fast forward, pause, look if you liked something specific. Those are pretty much all of my shoes besides my fall and winter boots. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most exciting topics ever that girls can talk about, which is shoes. And I'm going to be sharing a couple of my favorite shoe trends that are coming for this summer season and are also current for the spring season that we're in right now. So I'm going to start with these booties right here, and you're probably wondering, Evelina, booties for summer, what are you talking about? Actually, these particular ones that I have right here are made out of thin materials, and I think that you definitely can wear boots or booties in the summer, as long as, especially if you're going somewhere out at night and it's a little bit more chilly, or on a chilly day, on a rainy day. I think boots are perfect. Just don't wear your furry Uggs, please. So, these I adore, and I adore all of the shoes that I'm going to show you today. These are obviously my favorite trends for this upcoming summer, but these are the duplicate for the Jeffrey Campbell Litas. This was an original design by Jeffrey Campbell, and you have probably seen it a lot if you are a fan of street style. A lot of street style lovers rock these, especially the black Jeffrey Campbell Lita. I personally decided not to purchase the original Jeffrey Campbell because I consider this to be such a trendy piece that this is going to be definitely one of those pieces that 20 years from now you're going to be hanging out with your kids and they're going to be looking at your stuff and they're like, Mom, like, are you seriously kidding me? You wore these? Like, are you kidding me? And you're just going to be like, well, I guess it was fashion or something. So, you know what I mean? Like, I like to invest my money. These are originally about $150, $250 a piece. I mean, a pair. And I think this is a little bit pricey especially for a shoe that might be out of season next year. Then you never know. It's just such a trendy piece that I'll personally resort for a duplicate. And I found these on Daily Look. You can also find these at Charlotte Russe. The brand is Cupid, and I'm sure you've heard this is just like a brand that is carried on Forever 21, Charlotte Russe. Just look for them online. I think they're really, really comfortable. They elongate your legs very well since they're a little bit taller due to this little platform right here. This is the first one. The next ones that I'm going to talk about are actually my most comfortable pair of shoes that I ever worn in my entire shoe collection, and these are these bad boys. And I know that you guys have probably heard a lot about Shoe Mint. I have too. I've watched maybe 100 videos on Shoe Mint on YouTube, and I haven't decided to sign up until last month. I really liked this model of the shoe, so I decided to check it out and see if they're really comfortable. And these are honestly incredible. The way that these are engineered and designed, they're designed to fit on your foot perfectly and kind of mold to your foot once you walk in them a little bit more, and they don't rub your foot anywhere. It has like a little bit of a strap that straps on your leg, and then here is a very thin piece of full leather, and it's just the way they're designed. They're very comfortable, they're very flexible, they're very thin. I honestly get so many compliments. Like, I was at the hair salon 2 weeks ago, and there's like probably 5 people that came up to me and asked me where I got these from. So I definitely, I adore these shoes, and I will link all the links down below where you can find all of the shoes that I mentioned. And actually the trend that I'm attributing this shoe to is color blocking. And if you guys watch some of my fashion videos, you know that I'm not a huge fan of like crazy color blocking, like red and green or like yellow and blue, stuff like that. I kind of like more neutral, nudes, like very subtle color blocking. And what this is, it has like a really neat snake print that transitions into this nude shoe, and I think that is very classy. That goes pretty much with anything, and I find myself that I've been wearing these either every day or every other day ever since I got them. So I love these. The next shoes that I have, I don't know if you've heard about these, but a big trend coming up and that is current right now is the platform that's more flat. Like it's not the original, you know, really scooped up platform, but it's just like a more flat platform. And the reason why I think that these are great, especially if you are watching this video and you would really love to, you know, incorporate more heels or platforms in your life, but you don't really think they're comfortable, this type of platform is very comfortable. And I'm going to show you a comparison to how deep a regular platform is. So as you can see here at the, you know, arched heel, there's a very, very big difference from these platforms to these. And you can definitely find a lot more flat ones, but this is just like a nice balance because I probably wouldn't want it like completely flat. I don't think it would show the foot in a flattering way. But these ones I think are great. They're very comfortable. You know, they provide a little bit of a platform here and then it kind of slowly transitions into a taller platform. So the next shoes that I have, I love, and I also get a lot of compliments on these. And the trend that I would attribute this to would be like irregular heels, kind of irregular shoes. And a lot of these styles were again introduced by Jeffrey Campbell, and I'm going to show you some images right here of all the different kinds that are out there. You can find like shoes in the shape of an ice skate or like just really crazy heel, kind of bent down, different kind of a crazy heel. And I think that I love how designers these days started thinking outside the box for shoes, where it's not just like a regular shoe, there's the heel. They kind of, well, took a shoe and they're like, well, what can we do to, you know, take this outside of the box, outside of the regular shoe. You know, they bend the heel that way. They created a platform bending it inward. And I even posted a picture on Facebook asking people, like, what do you think of this type of shoes? And this is definitely a very subtle rendition of that. The heel has like a little bit of an indent, and it kind of has a crisscross leather detailing right here, and it is a color block shoes as well. It has like a coral leather detailing with a khaki green leather. I think I'm pretty sure it's faux leather, and it has like a rubber here in the back. And I think I got these from Karmaloop. I have had these for almost a year now and I adore them. And the heel is made out of wood as well. So these are kind of unique, but also at the same time very comfortable, very wearable. I wear these to school a lot. So these are these. The next shoe that I have and I wanted to talk about is, probably you have seen these a lot, they're spiked heels. And again, I'm not a huge fan of spikes, mainly because I would have a really hard time finding an occasion where to wear them. Like the only places I really go is school, maybe occasionally hanging out like casually with my friends. I don't really go to like fancy parties or clubbing or stuff like that, so I would have a very hard time incorporating spikes. But this I found is a very nice alternative to spikes that kind of, you know, keeps you in trend and at the same time is very subtle. Like I could wear these to school if I'm totally crazy, because these are not comfortable at all. Like these hurt my feet in like 5 minutes. But either way, I think they are great for pictures and whatnot, you know, because they have the little studs. They are not pointy studs, they're like round studs right here, very neatly arranged at the tip of the shoe, and then they have a subtle color blocking of two-tone nude, and they're suede as well. And I got these at Broadway Shoe Store. And yeah, so these are these, and you can find, you know, kind of a neutral studded shoe pretty much anywhere. You could also stud it yourself, you know, go to Hobby Lobby, buy some studs, drill some holes, and make it yourself. Real easy. And the last shoe that I wanted to talk about that I wasn't planning on it, but then I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh! No, that's not what I did. Jelly shoes are actually starting to be very much so in style, and they aren't usually the most comfortable shoe, especially when we're talking about flats, because opposed to rubber or leather flats, kind of like rainbows, which are my personal favorite, these are definitely not the most comfortable shoe because they're pretty stiff. They're not really, you know, they just kind of flap like when you walk in them. They're not really the most comfortable shoe, but I love the look of them. I think that you can find a lot of different jelly shoes. I've seen people tweet about Crocs and about a lot of different kinds. And these are particularly neon pink, which is actually a huge trend, you know, neon shoes. And I would personally wear neons with like all black and a pop of neon, or all white and a little pop of like neon green. Like I like using neons as a pop of color. I don't like being all like neon hat, neon blazer, neon pants, neon shoes, and all different colors of neon. I think that's a little bit overdone, but that's just my opinion because fashion is really subjective. So these are these. I think they're adorable. I'm totally gonna wear these. They were like actually hidden somewhere in my closet. And last night I couldn't fall asleep, so I stayed up till 3 a.m. cleaning up and organizing my closet. So I found these, so I wanted to show you. So anyway, these are all the shoes that I have. I had so much fun, you know, digging through them, kind of thinking of the trends that are in right now. So I hope that you really enjoy this video. I will see you in my next video next week or earlier than that. I uploaded a video on my second channel and I will have a link right here. I did another home decor and miscellaneous haul, so I hope you check it out. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to keep up with me on Facebook and Twitter. I do reply, I do talk to people. I do talk to everybody on those kind of social networks. So I love you so much. Thank you for